Hey everyone, I have an awesome news that I want to share with you guys. You remember when I said my engine of choice was Defold, right? But of course, you cannot do everything inside Defold, and for my art, especially pixel art, I'm always using Aseprite. And I know that by now you're tired of knowing how great these tools are. But me personally, I get an issue when I put these two together. It's too boring. Let's say you finish creating your asset in Aseprite. Now, first, you need to export that image. On the fold side, you create a tile source and assign the image and the tile size. Phew, is that it? No. Now for each animation I have to create it, I assign the starting tile and also the ending tile. I try and match the playback, and lastly, I try to match the FPS. Now rinse and repeat for as many animations as you have. Oh, I hear you're doing sprite stacking. You spend the best afternoon of your life just assigning animations. Or usually I just try and automate it. And that means a different solution every time, not standardized at all. But I shall not worry anymore, because Hologrammer came in clutch once again.
Introducing asefold. Because we all know Defold aces at 2D after we import. Here at Asefold, our minions work tirelessly day and night to ensure you receive your ace pixel art in the best affordable format available. Does your pixel art have multiple layers and tag animation? No sweat. Wait. Is that hard-coded animation I see in your script? We got you covered. Head over now to the closest kags itch.io store and get your own asefold for a limited time. Only until you hit death of the universe. Oh, you know, servers. Chupa.
In my projects, I always differentiate between raw assets and assets folder, because actually the assets folder for me will always be bundled in the final version of the game. And anything that isn't consumed by the engine is wasted space. And let me show you what a project looks like. You can see this scarecrow dummy. Right now it has a couple of animations, but it can also start empty without a problem. But without the tags, it will use only the layer name to map for the final default animation. Otherwise, it's layer and tag separated by underscore. You can also try overlapping tags. It's pretty convenient how it maps from the frame duration in Aseprite to the FPS in Defold. Sometimes I simply tweak those values and reload, and I can see the changes immediately. Don't forget the playback, guys, because that saves me a lot of time. I can have all settings in one file, which is in Aseprite, and that gives me all information of playback, if it's a ping pong or forward. But it's worth noting that Aseprite doesn't support the same playback functions as Defold, but we can simply specify our own in Aseprite by using the user data field. In there we can set our animation as looping, which is the default value, or even set it to once to play it a total of one time, of course. Defold also supports a playback none in case you wanna have total control of your animation. If you want to prevent anything from being exported, you can just hide the layer. That must sound pretty obvious, but better safe than. And for the shortcut kings out there, you can use Ctrl, Shift, and E, or really remap it to anything you want. This whole workflow saved me so much time that I could effortlessly implement sprite stacking. In the future, we'll try and investigate a way to make sprite stacking more performant with shaders. But for this tiny pixel art, it's pretty much minimal. Before I forget, to install, check our itch, and after you download it, just drag and drop on Aseprite. In the future, we also hope to support the tile map feature from Aseprite. And in the fold side, also I'm tired of configuring different settings, so I wanna add some presets and persistence. That's it, everyone. Shout out to the Defold forum, and also consider checking the source code at our GitHub. Super.